Okay, recording this video after close of trade Wednesday, the 20th of April 2011. Okay, now, couple of things. First of all, I am clearly out of sync with what is going on in the marketplace. So I felt that when I was trading today. I actually benched myself. I had 4 losing trades, ended up losing 4 points on those. And as soon as that happened, I did not understand what was happening with the marketplace. I needed to bench myself and just get out and just look at the market and not do any more trading. So that being said, you also need to make your own decisions. Now, I appreciate all the subscribers that subscribe to Emini-Watch, and you come back every day to listen to my videos, and I find that incredibly heartening. So thank you very much. But I am out of sync with the market. I don't understand why we're doing what we're doing. I'm going to try and explain my point of view, but you need to make your own decisions. So please don't necessarily follow what I'm saying. Maybe listen, try and understand my point of view, but you need to have your own point of view. So that being said, let me just tell you what I'm seeing in my charts. Okay, we closed up at 1328.5. We've now had confirmed cyclical support on better sine wave on daily chart, and you can see that printed here. It was also an exhaustion kind of volume buying up day, but only about 1.5 million contracts traded. Now, if I really believed in this rally, what I would have liked to have seen over the last couple of days was us to break 1290 on the downside, get some kind of exhaustion selling on the downside, and that would have exhausted all the sellers at that point, and it would have meant we would have had a healthy rally from there. What we've had in the meantime is kind of gapping up days, the last couple of days, and exhaustion buying on the upside, and all this kind of bullish news kind of coming out saying, you know, we've got Intel with kind of great earnings, great revenue numbers. We've got Apple with great kind of earnings and revenue numbers on the upside. Now, we're coming into Easter, you know, holidays are bullish, kind of going into that. I don't think we're going to see a sell-off tomorrow. Going into the Easter kind of holiday, we're going to have all kind of fluffy good news, everybody feeling good about the vacations, the holidays, and so on. So, you know, we're not going to create. But what happens after that is kind of important. I just think the lead up into this is kind of all good news. The market's rallying, exhaustion buying on the upside. Now, don't forget that, you know, the analysts are now looking out to the outlooks. It's like now we've had kind of these good numbers kind of come out. They're trying to figure out, well, what's the next quarterly release going to look like? What are the next quarter's results going to look like? So although the last quarter was strong, for valuations and, you know, forecasts, they're looking out to the next quarter. So just because it's good now does not mean it's going to be good in a quarter. And the question becomes, you know, for the analysts, well, is this kind of rosy outlook sustainable? You know, we've had some very good numbers. So that being said, it's like just be wary of what's kind of being said in the marketplace, and we're certainly, you know, kind of moving to you know, very strong bullish kind of scenarios in all kinds of markets, and, you know, particularly we see, you know, things like what the Aussie dollar, you know, I'm sitting here in Sydney, what the Aussie dollar is doing. We've gone to 107 here, which is just, you know, extraordinary. Silver's looking kind of parabolic in the way it's kind of blowing off. Gold at 1500. I mean, some of these moves are starting to lose a little bit of their luster from my perspective. I don't see end of trend necessarily kind of signals coming out, but I am seeing some kind of exhaustion pattern there. And if that kind of translates to some kind of exhaustion pattern on the equities side of things, you know, we could be seeing kind of a turn in the market. So my view on what's happening is because we didn't have a correcting below 1290 and a flushing out of the sellers at that point, we kind of gapped it up and ramped it up into testing these kind of 1330 type previous highs that we've had on this, frankly, very weak buying over the last couple of days. So, you know, is that setting up, you know, for the professionals to get out so that we kind of sucker in the amateurs into this last move? So and again, it's like this is just my view on what's going on. So it's like you've got to have your own view, and don't. I don't want to get emails saying it's like, why are you so bearish? Why are you so bearish? You know, I try to explain why I'm bearish. I don't like, you know, the kind of the macro picture, but, you know, I'm clearly out of sync at the moment now. In terms of the hypothesis chart, I mean, this was working out really nicely. You know, I haven't changed a line on this in the last 3 weeks, and, you know, up until a couple of days ago, I was looking like, you know, some kind of, uber forecaster here. Not that that's the job of a day trader by any means, but this kind of move has kind of surprised me. So I would have preferred to have seen this, but that's what we've got. So that being said, I just look at this and I think this is unstable. Now, pattern for today was a stopping volume pattern, but it's one of these ST star kind of stopping volume patterns. If you own Better Pro-Am, you'll know what that is, or you should know what that is. If you don't, please go to the videos, kind of review the videos on that stopping volume pattern. It's a, I don't want to kind of tell you what it is kind of publicly, but it's a variation of stopping volume, and it shows professional profit taking. Stopping volume is showing that the move is slowing down in terms of the trend. This ST star pattern is a particular professional profit-taking pattern. The professionals are using this as a way of getting out of the market. So you can see a couple of different examples previously. It's fairly rare, but we saw one here, and we kind of started to certainly slow down the move, and this kind of move up here at previous highs was kind of led by a Rambo pattern and the amateurs and no demand up here, and ended up kind of correcting severely on the downside. On the reverse here, we had kind of a stopping ST stars pattern here a few days ago, and that kind of has led to some extent to a move to the upside. So that is professional profit taking from my perspective. I mean, the move could still continue, but on the way up, the professionals are taking profits. And then we've got kind of this old chestnut, the average trade size. The average trade size today was extremely high. It was the highest we've seen in this whole kind of move. So that again kind of just previously, yes, we've seen kind of high average trade size here, and the move has continued. But the last time we were seeing some kind of high average trade sizes was right here at this kind of turning sequence going on here, and this was a high average trade size today. So I'm looking at this as opportunity for the professionals to kind of gap it up in the overnight session, kind of get everybody kind of warm and fuzzy about the continuation of the uptrend. All the news is good, but the professionals are using this as an opportunity to get out. Now, if you have a contrary view, please do your own analysis, make your own trades based on this. Longer term picture, 40,500 tip bar chart. So I was expecting some kind of correction on the downside for us to go through 1290, get some kind of exhaustion selling on the downside, and we've had the reverse. We've actually had exhaustion buying on the upside up here. Now, blue professional bars kind of coming in the lows a little bit at the end of Wednesday's trade, and we've kind of in the overnight session with the Apple numbers kind of coming up, we've kind of gone up to 1335. So yeah, it's still continuing, and this move has to finish with a pullback and end of trend. So that's something to watch out for. 13,500 tip bar chart, Rambo patterns in the overnight session, but have we seen blue professional bars on? They came in on the lows here on this move up. So again, it's like I don't know. Is the uptrend kind of continue on the 4,500 tip bar chart yesterday on Tuesday's trade? This ended up being a really important level at 1,300. We had all of this professional accumulation coming in at this point here. I got an email, I forget who it was from, but asking, was this a falling through the ice type trade? And I said no, it wasn't. The reason why it wasn't is falling through the ice usually happens in one kind of big bar, usually a little bit kind of longer range bar, professional bar, through a support area, and then the move really starts to take on. But if you see several in a row like this, and it's kind of really shallow and just kind of creeping down like this, this is professional accumulation. Then we kind of turn around and go the other way. And we had a little bit of that, first of all, with this move kind of down here at the end of, or kind of midday today. We had kind of professionals kind of coming in, very weak, shallow buying at that point. We kind of continued to rally up. So 4,500 tip bar chart, we had end of trend warning signal, but we've broken into another bit of an uptrend. I had to bench myself. I was kind of all over the show. I was kind of long to start with, short, and then long. The third trade I made was actually ended up kind of being a good trade at the end of the day, but I reversed and went short, and lost 4 points at that point in time. Kind of benched myself. Just didn't like it. We were so overextended here. I just felt wrong kind of going long, but that was the right kind of thing to do. So as I said, I'm really out of sync with the market place at the moment. I don't like what's going on. I see this as kind of professional activity pushing to new highs, and trying to trap the amateurs in, and the professionals kind of taking profits at those highs. But this upswing that we've got could well continue. And as I said, we're coming into Easter, kind of holiday periods tend to be a little bit bullish. So could well see a continuation of the move tomorrow. Anyway, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do Thursday. I just might kind of sit it out. I'm ahead for the week, but I've been traded badly today, and it wasn't great kind of the day before. So I feel as if I'm so out of whack with the market and could easily just get myself in trouble. I'm itching to get short, and there's just been the wrong thing to do. So I hope your trading is going better than mine. I don't think there's any point kind of tagging on my day trades for today. Nothing to learn there. Anyway, so like I said, good luck with your trading and enjoy your long weekend.